Hey guys, welcome back to another World of Tanks console edition replay. This time we're back in the Lycan, one of my favourite tanks in the game. And we're on Erlenberg. This is a replay from a little while back, so forgive a few of the little screen glitches. This is from a brief period where my capture card was playing up. Those issues are now resolved, so there shouldn't be too many of these popping up along the way. So this is a replay I've had saved for a bit and I wanted to get out. I wanted to use it because I thought it was quite a fun little game. This was when I was going for my 3 marks on the Lycan. You can see I've got 2 there. Did go on to get the 3. Wasn't too tricky. And you can see we got a tier 8 game. So I've decided to push straight over the bridge and kind of waiting to spot people up coming over that corner, which they inevitably always do. And just kind of seeing how things progress. There's a few different options for light tanks on this map, but I tend to like to come over to this corner. I don't often go down the other way. I'd either do something like this, or I'd maybe drive along the road and try and spot along the ridges, but that's more if your team are being very campy. Thankfully, our team actually pushed along here, which is great. So it gives us a few more options. So there we go, first enemy tank spotted. Being pretty patient, we don't want to rush out and get front line or anything like that. There we go, nice little motherland spotted, so we can get a tracking shot in there. There we go, get him tracked. As we're going to struggle to get through the front of him there, but the Pershing shouldn't be as much of an issue. We have got 2 arty as well, so I was kind of hoping that the arty might be looking at that guy. But he is showing us side of his turret now, which is very kind of him. And we get the reload on its way. So just keeping our distance here, already kind of judging the situation, realizing that this is already going pretty badly. We've got a medium tank that's getting very, very close to me, far closer than I'd like someone to be at this stage, as I'm meant to be sort of hiding off to the side a little bit. And it looks like our team are getting pretty outnumbered and rushed down there. But we've got an enemy Jackson, this will be a nice juicy target, damage his engine, that'll slow him down. And then hopefully he can empty pretty much the rest of his clip into him. Gets a bit lucky there. And there we go, managed to track him and take him out. See if we can empty this last shot out before we reload. Might as well. There we go. Get the reload on its way. And now we need to reevaluate our life because our team is about to lose. That T71 has a lot of health, but they're going to easily take him down. So I decide to hang out and just see if I can fire a few more shots before I run away. So I realised that IS-3 is looking straight at me and get out of there. But thankfully, I think one of the arties, I guess that would have been, yeah, it would have been an arty, dropped a shell on someone just before. Get the tank spun around so we're ready to go. Fire a couple of shots, and there we go. We really left this to the last minute, but we decide to bail out and reload to get the full clip ready, because this is going to be a bit of a defensive situation. I wasn't really feeling too confident about the battle at this stage. We have done well over on the other side on the castle. Our team looks pretty solid over there. But there's a lot of tanks rushing towards their cap right now, so that's, that's always something to be concerned about. So fall back to this place, another nice defensive position. There's a nice bush, there's a nice hill, plenty of hard cover you can fall back to. And the enemy are very exposed when they push over. So we decide to sit there, fire the extra shot, take that guy out before backing off, which seems to have paid off. We fire one more, even though we're exposed. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. We took 2 shots for being a bit cocky there, sitting out in the open. Something you should never really be doing in a light tank. But we're now unspotted, and we can go back up, get them respotted, fire off these last 2 shells, and get the reload on its way. We derped the last one, but we got pretty nice amount out for that clip. And we get another one reloading, 10 seconds to go. And those, was it 16 seconds or so, passes pretty quick, I find. It doesn't bother me too much. I think once you start pushing over the sort of 20-25 second reload on an autoloader, things start getting a bit different. But with this sort of time, I don't find it too bad. So we've got some nice juicy targets sitting across there. Unfortunately, they end up rushing a couple of shots and derping them. And then we end up putting 2 blind into the side of the Jagdpanther, who was sat there covering that VK on his team very kindly, giving his teammates some cover. But we've had a pretty solid game. We got up to 16 pens, 2 kills. Thankfully, a few of the team have fallen back and have given a little bit of supporting fire, so the Reds couldn't rush me too much. And this was kind of the main part. I really like this game because it was like push forward to a nice position, do some damage, do some spots, fall back at the right time, find another good defensive position, fight from there, stop the enemy while they're attacking your flag. You know, it all kind of came together. It all worked. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it goes tits up and doesn't work out. But this time, you know, it seemed to go quite well. I got a decent amount of support from my team, which doesn't always happen. Go for some moving shots on the motherland, which I don't get very lucky with. And then get around to the side of him, because I know heading the front of those guys is pretty unreliable, especially on the move when you're not aiming at them. So it looks like we've pretty much cleared up on this side of the battlefield now. After looking like they were going to storm through and absolutely annihilate us, we've managed to make a nice little last stand and sort things out. Oh, there's the ISU 152 that we saw earlier. They've also got one heavy tank remaining who's down the bottom, and their RT who's going to be hiding up at the back somewhere. So we'll see if we get the ISU down. We guess he's probably going to be turning around to try and keep an eye on us, but I'm a lot quicker than him, so I'm not too worried. Oh, he's still going to have to hit me though. Get one into him. He derps it, and we can start to relax because I know that he's got a bigger reload than it's going to take me to clip him out. So RT's taken down. Sorry, the well, pretty much an RT. You know, the SU-152's got a hell of a big gun. Assuming he had the top gun. There we go. 21 pens, 4 kills. Time to mop up the RT. And maybe throw a shot into this heavy tank if we can find one on the way over. Which it looks like we might have an angle on. Whoop. Come on, where you going, mate? Decide to keep making that ground up to the RT. That IS-3 is still going to be there once I've taken the RT down. So thought I'd come and get him out of the game. Actually ends up in a 3v2 at this situation. So, you know, things could have changed. Things could have gone differently. And the RT is actually, luckily for him, already facing me. But thankfully, it doesn't look like he's running repair kit, or he already used it. And we managed to get a bit of a lucky track and take him down. Although I think he probably would have struggled to manage to get the hit on us there. And we got up to 24 pens, 5 kills. With just the IS-3 remaining. So now, being a little bit more sensible, you know, we're 3v1, but that doesn't really mean too much. If this guy takes me out without me doing any damage on him, then that heavy coming over the bridge is going to have a little bit of a tricky time dealing with him. Especially if the RT doesn't manage to land any hits. So it's always best to kind of be a little bit cautious. So I wanted to wait for my teammate to get nearby. There we go. He's actually started firing at the teammate, which is lovely jubbly. And I'm going to move around and start putting some flanking shots into him. Side of the IS-3, pretty bouncy and annoying, so it doesn't all go through, but we do manage to get a nice amount of shots into him. I kind of, I knew I was engaging him on that hill, trying to circle him on a hill. It was always going to be tough to try and stay alive in that situation, so I was really just hoping I could do as much damage as possible into that guy. Hopefully empty that clip, which we got most of into him, and then leave him for my team to hopefully not fail to finish up. Here we go, some expert camera work from myself, not bothering to change the angle. But there we go, the IS-3 is taken down in the end. So, at the end of all that, we came out with nearly 4,000 damage, a very healthy amount of damage. The Ace Tanker medal, and there's our 2 marks that we were on already. High caliber, 5 kills, and 4,000 XP. 84,000 silver as well. Very nice amount of silver, especially considering I run cola on that, or coffee, or whatever the premium consumable is. So that's 20k for that. So without that, it would have been over 100k. Nice. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I really love driving the Lycan, so it's a pleasure to bring you a replay from it. Nice one. All right, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. My name's Ben. We are the Beard Guys, and I'll see you next time.